welcome back to my channel. എല്ലാവരും സുഖാണെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. I hope നിങ്ങൾ എൻ്റെ previous video കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടായിരിക്കും. It was a beautiful eyeshadow look. A beginner can also do it. It was that easy. It was just one pink shade, but it's like, oh my god, it was really beautiful. So I hope നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും അത് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും and do try it, and as I said, do tag me on my Instagram so that I can see your works. So ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ വന്നേക്കുന്നത് ഹെയറിനെ കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ് കേട്ടോ. So there are different kinds of hair. നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാമായിരിക്കുമല്ലോ, എല്ലാവർക്കും different types of hair ഉണ്ടാവാറുണ്ട്. So ചിലവർക്ക് dry hair ആയിരിക്കും, ചിലവർക്ക് oily hair ആയിരിക്കും, ചിലവർക്ക് normal hair ആയിരിക്കും. So there are different types of hair. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ അറിയേണ്ടത് what kind of hair you have. So ഇന്നത്തെ വീഡിയോയിൽ ഞാൻ അതിനെ കുറിച്ചാണ് സംസാരിക്കുന്നത്, to know your hair type and what are the remedies that you can do to lessen the dryness or to lessen the oiliness of your hair. And there are also different kinds of massages that helps to grow your hair. So ഞാൻ അതിനെ കുറിച്ചും ഇച്ചിരി സംസാരിക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും. So coming to the types of hair. So നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും I'm sure that നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നത് പ്രൊഡക്ട്സ് വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ഹെയറിനെ അനുസരിച്ചുള്ള പ്രൊഡക്ട്സ് അല്ലായിരിക്കും. ലൈക്ക് ഇഫ് എനിക്ക് ഡ്രൈ ഹെയർ ആണെങ്കിൽ പ്രൊഡക്ട്സ് നമ്മൾ വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നത് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ആയിരിക്കും. സോ മേജർലി നമ്മൾ കടകളൊക്കെ പോകുമ്പോൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ അഡ്വർടൈസ്മെൻറ്റ് കണ്ടിട്ടായിരിക്കാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വല്ലത് ന്യൂ ലോഞ്ച് ഉണ്ടാവുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചില ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട്സ് ആയിരിക്കാം, സെയിലായിരിക്കും, അങ്ങനെ കണ്ടിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഷാംപൂസ് ഒക്കെ വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കണ്ടീഷണേഴ്സ് വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നത്. ബട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഷുഡ് നോട്ട് ബി ദ കേസ്. നമ്മൾ വാങ്ങിക്കേണ്ടത് നമ്മുടെ ഹെയർ ടൈപ്പ് അനുസരിച്ചാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഷാംപൂസും കണ്ടീഷണേഴ്സും വാങ്ങിക്കേണ്ടത്. ഞാൻ ഒരു കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ അങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു കേട്ടോ, സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ. ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ അഡോളസൻസ് ആ സമയം ഇന്ത്യയിലായിരുന്നപ്പോൾ സ്കൂളിലൊക്കെ പഠിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള ഷാംപൂസും കണ്ടീഷണേഴ്സും വാങ്ങിക്കുമായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ അത് ഇപ്പോഴാണ് മനസ്സിലാകുന്നത് that is not the right thing. What you should be doing is you should getting the products which is actually suitable for your hair than using product which is not, because നിങ്ങളുടെ ഹെയറിൽ പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത് കൂടുതൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ അത് കാരണമായിരിക്കാം because you're using a wrong product. So make sure that you use a right product for your hair types. As I said, there are different types of hair. So there are different types of factors to know what kind of a hair you have, like elasticity, density, porosity. So in my next video I'll be letting you know about porosity, but this video I'll be letting you know the remedies for hair types and what you can do to lessen the oily or the dry hair. So the first is about dry hair. So let's go back to the science. I'm pretty sure everyone knows endana science to have dry hair, but let me just let you know for the people who don't know how you get a dry hair. So in our scalp we have the sebaceous glands which produces sebum, or we can say an oil. So നമ്മുടെ ഹെയറിന് ലൂബ്രിക്കൻ്റ് ഇല്ലാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് it actually relies on the oil which is made by the scalp. So when ഈ scalp oil when it doesn't make that oil, at that time your hair becomes dry, or it becomes frizzy, or it becomes brittle where it breaks very easily. It also causes dandruff. So what are the remedies of dry hair? So the first remedy would be oil, and in this case oil will be your best friends. So try to oil your hair twice or thrice a week at least. The second would be drink a lot of water. Keep your hair hydrated. So try to drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day. The next would be try using sulfate free and chemical free shampoos and conditioners as well. The next would be try to air dry your hair than let it naturally dry than using any blow dryers. And the last would be try not using straighteners and curlers. Try using those heatless curls. Try doing that rather than using curlers. You can do it once in a while, it's fine, but try not using it every day for straightening and hair curling, because I used to do that before, and you won't believe I had really good hair, I guess, till my 8th, I suppose, 7th or 8th standard. I literally had those thick hairs and really shiny hair, but because of using different shampoos, cutting my hair here and there, and I don't know what not, my hair was really bad, but it's coming back to normal now. So I used to straighten and curl a lot during my college times and everything, but now I regret that. So I would tell you that, yeah, once in a while curl your hair, it's fine, but not every day. So try not to curl and straighten your hair every time. Try using these, as I said, those DIY curls, or try doing those heatless curls. It's, you know, it's not gonna harm your hair. So that was for the dry hair. These are the remedies that you should do for dry hairs. I know these are the like really basic, everyone would be knowing. But these are the few tips that I want to let others also know, because I was one of them. Enki parnaran mummy indarnu, but I never used to listen to her. And now I regret that. Yeah, I really regret that. But this is for those few people who don't know what you can do. These are the basic things that you can do to lessen your dryness or lessen your oiliness. And in my further videos, I'll be letting you know different types of hair mask and different types of things that you can do that can grow your hair. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So going on to the next thing is the oily hair. So let's go back to the signs again. As I said, so every pore in our skin has the sebaceous gland. So exactly the same way, our scalp also has sebaceous glands, which produces this oil, or which is called sebum. So when this oil is produced excessively, you get oily hair. Which can also cause dandruff and also get acne, okay? So I would not say that this is the only reason because of your oily hair you're getting dandruff or acne. No, it is not the only reason, okay? This could be one of the reasons. The other reasons could be because of stress. It could be also because of your diet. If you're not having like a healthy diet, then it could be because of that also that you get acne. But I'm not saying that whole and sole reason is your, you know, hair. If your hair is okay, you can still get acne and everything. It could be because of your diet, hereditary, because you're in that adolescence age, or you know, whatever. There are different things, but if it is too much, you should consult a doctor. So let me tell you about me. So when I was during my school time, I had like a really bad breakouts, like lot of acne. But then my mom was like, oh, you know, it's okay, everything would be fine, you're just getting into your adulthood, that's why you're getting acne, it's fine. It went on, okay, it went on till my college. And then when I used to go to college, you know, I used to feel so complex because of my acne, and I was like, Dad, I want to go to a doctor, because mom is saying that it's because, you know, you're getting to that age. Now that age is gone, I'm now in my college, now I need to go to a doctor. And you know what, rather than going to a doctor, like, okay, so we tried a lot of things. I went to Ayurveda, I did homeopathy, I did all of those two things. It didn't work out for me, okay? I'm not sure, it might work out for other people, it didn't work out for me. For me, it was like I went for Ayurveda. I got rid of like few acnes, but then once I got like the course finished and it's done. I used to get a lot of acne. I tried homeopathy, nothing worked. And finally, my cousin had the same problem, and he had gone to a doctor. He suggested me, and she was like just amazing. I guess I had like almost 1 year treatment as in it was majorly antibiotics and all of those. I know antibiotics are not good for your skin, but she was like really good. And yeah, I showed her, and I really don't have any acne now. I do get breakouts here and there sometimes because of, you know, eating wrong food and all of that, but I don't have like those bad acne. Because if you see my skin also, a lot of marks here and there, because I used to literally I know that's bad, don't do it, because you'll be left with those scars. Yeah, so finally I got help from my doctor. So if you have like aggressive, like too much of acne, try using those natural remedies. I used to do those natural remedies at home. Then I tried Ayurveda, homeopathy and everything, and then I got to this doctor. But if you have too much, try doing this. If it doesn't work out for a longer time, then just go to a doctor and show it, because it could be something else also. So yeah, so coming back to our topic. So oily hair can also cause acne or dandruff. So what are the remedies for the oily hair? So for oily hair, again, oil your hair once or twice a week. Don't do it excessively. Try doing at least once or twice. Oil your hair and exfoliate your hair, but don't do it again excessively. Second again would be drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day. So you have to keep yourself hydrated. So whether you have dry hair, whether you have oily hair, drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day. So then coming to the next remedy is again the same thing as for the dry hair. Try not using chemical and sulfate shampoos and conditioner. Try using sulfate free and paraben free shampoos. Try not to use blow dry for drying your hair. Let it naturally dry. The next is don't use heats and curlers, straighteners and everything, because it might damage your hair. And the best thing is try using hair mask. I'm saying face mask. So try using hair mask, because hair mask makes a lot of difference for your hair. But there are also a few tips and tricks, for your hair mask and everything. That I'll come in my next video. I'll let you know what are the tips and tricks that you can do when you use a hair mask. But if you have oily hair, try using hair mask and it would help you a lot. The another last thing that I would like to tell you is try using essential oils. For oily hair, essential oils are really good. I'm not saying for dry hair also. It's like even for dry hair, essential oils are good, but for oily hair, it makes a lot of difference. Try using essential oils like tea tree oil, or so let me tell you about me, what I am using. So I have dandruff problem, so I do oil my hair twice or thrice a week, and if I skip like a day, then I get a dandruff. That's my problem. So recently I read somewhere to use essential oil, so I was like, okay, let me just get some essential oil. So in my next video again, I'll let you know what essential oils are good for what kind of hair. So I'll let you know that, so stay tuned for all of these things. Yeah, so for my hair, actually cypress and lemongrass are the best essential oils for dandruff. So I got these cypress and lemongrass. I have tea tree oil. So for my hair oil, what I do is I take 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoon or 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 2 to 3 capsules of vitamin E oil, and 2 to 3 drops of tea tree oil. With that, I'm adding either cypress or lemongrass. So for my hair, lemongrass and cypress are the best thing. So I use either one day I use cypress, one day I use lemongrass. So that's how I'm working. But it has made a huge difference, because I have less dandruff. It's amazing. I don't know how it works, but it's really good. So you should start using essential oils in your hair care routine, because tea tree oil is amazing and I'm using it since months now. But I started using this other essential oils, which is also good. So I'll let you know in my next video about essential oils, carrier oils, vegetable oils, and those all kind of oils. So stay tuned for that as well. So yeah, that were the remedies of oily hair. And so now coming to the hair massages. So there are different kind of hair massages which helps your hair to grow. Did you know that? I knew it, but I never did it. So going back to my family, my mom has really good hair. So she always chops off her hair. She has hair this much, but her hair is so thick that me and my sister will be like, yeah, how come she has such good hair? And me and my sister have like really thin hair, okay? So my mom has like really thick hair, and what I have seen her is always using coconut oil. So when I was in India, I used to use coconut oil, yes, but so my mom used to put onions and karivepala and all of those, and we used to use that. But my mom's thing was she used to massage her hair. So my mom used to do a lot of hair massages, and she used to tell me Achu. So my family calls me Achu. So like mom is like, Achu nee massage cheyanam, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I never used to do it. So okay, it's done. I used to put a lot of oil. Now I came to know putting a lot of oil doesn't make any difference to your hair. You have to oil your hair, but don't put so much oil that it starts dripping from everywhere, so you just use a little bit of oil, but massage your hair. It makes a lot of difference. So I'm gonna put some videos or photos of different types of massages. Try doing that in your hair care routine, because with hair massages, there is blood circulation that happens in your scalp, which helps your hair to grow. So just try to see these videos or these pictures where you come to know what are the different types of massages and try doing that in your hair care routine. Yeah, let's go. So the first is massage in circular motion. So adding a scalp massage to a hair care regimen stimulates the scalp, and it also improves blood circulation, and it reduces stress. So the next is reverse direction. So you should start at the bottom of your hairline and come forward to the crown. So what you have to do is repeat both the straight and circular motion that we did in the first part. So now it's time to cover the sides of your scalp. So start on the left at the front, move straight up and down, and then repeat in the circles, and you have to do the same on other side as well. So the next massage is by using your palms. So place your hands on the sides of your head and move your arms forward and backward as if your scalp is moving a bit in the front and back. Then comes the inversion method, and this method as written is said to be the most effective technique to grow your hair. So this technique increases blood flow to your scalp and stimulates the follicles, apparently resulting in quicker hair growth. So what you need to do is just sit on a chair and bend forward, or just stand and bend over and do this massage. Hey guys, I hope you saw the massages, different types of massages. Do try that in your routine because it helps to grow your hair. I hope you loved the whole video. Do like, share and subscribe my channel, and hit the subscribe button so that you get a notification when I upload another video. And you should do that because I'll be uploading very interesting things in my coming videos. Do let your friends and family know about this video so that they can get benefited with this. So till then, bye bye.